Greetings, students. Welcome back to the learning of English language. I'm your English teacher, Miss Rachna Chandarana, and I'm back again with another learning video. This is the last video for this week and the last video for lesson number 13, that is the wonderful tea kettle. In today's video, we are going to do comprehension exercises A1, A2 and A3. In the two previous videos, we have already seen the reading, the animation and the explanation, and in the second video, we saw the new words and the word bank of this lesson. In today's video, we are going to continue with the lesson, that is the wonderful tea kettle. So let us go ahead and see what is there in today's video. To start with, I want you to take out your Real English course book and refer to page number 85. On this page, you will find the comprehension exercises of lesson number 13, that is the wonderful tea kettle. We have three exercises here, that is exercise A1, exercise A2 and exercise A3. Now I want you to do exercise A1 and A2 in your book itself on page number 85, and exercise A3, that is answer these questions, I want you to do in your classwork like all other exercises that we have done of the previous chapters. So let's go ahead and solve these exercises together. The very first exercise in comprehension is A1. In this exercise, we have to find suitable phrases to fill in the blanks. Now children, we have got 6 sentences here in this exercise and they are all incomplete. We have got blank spaces which we have to fill in with suitable phrases. Now all these phrases are available in the story itself. If you read the story carefully, you will be able to answer these very easily. So let us go ahead and solve this exercise. Take a pencil and an eraser in your hand and use the pencil to fill in these blanks with me. Number 1 is, the priest was worried when his tea kettle broke because blank. We are going to use he had no money to buy a new one. So the whole sentence becomes, the priest was worried when his tea kettle broke because he had no money to buy a new one. Please go ahead and write this down in the blank space that is provided. Number 2 is, dash caught the badger, squeezed it into a dash. Here in the first blank space we are going to write the priest's pupil. In the second blank space we are going to write a kedge used for storing pickled radish. So the whole sentence becomes, the priest's pupils caught the badger, squeezed it into a kedge used for storing pickled radish. The third one is, the priest feared dash, so he sold it to a tinker. Here in the blank space we are going to write that the kettle would again turn into a badger. So the whole sentence becomes, the priest feared that the kettle would again turn into a badger, so he sold it to a tinker. Now children, you can pause the video here and write down all these answers. Make sure you copy the correct spelling and you write neatly. Number 4 is, the tinker dash to set up a theatre and stage. Here in this blank space we are going to write hired a professional showman. So the whole sentence becomes, The tinker hired a professional showman to set up a theatre and stage. The fifth one is, the people who came to see the badger show brought food with them because dash. Here in this blank we are going to use they wanted to stay there the whole day. So the whole sentence becomes, the people who came to see the badger show brought food with them because they wanted to stay there whole day. The last one is, the priest got a lot of money from the tinker to dash. Here in this blank space we are going to write, take care of the kettle. So the whole sentence becomes, the priest got a lot of money from the tinker to take care of the kettle. So children, go ahead and write down all these answers. Make sure that your work is neat and you copy the correct spellings. Let us go ahead and do exercise A2 now. Exercise A2 says, the story of the priest and the tea kettle mentions several objects that the characters use. Write what these objects are made of with the help of the clues. Now children, here we have got 7 objects. These 7 objects are the objects that are used by the characters in this story. We have to find out what these objects are made of. We have got some clues in brackets here. So let us go ahead and solve this exercise. The first object is the tickets for the badger show. Here we have got a hint which says related to trees. If you remember, while we read the story, we read that the tickets for the badger show were made of wood. So go ahead and write wood, the way I have written here in the slide. Just after the object that is mentioned, there is some space. You can write it down there with the help of your pencil. The second object is the priest's broom. Here the clue given is related to a bird of prey. If you remember, we read that the broom that the priest used was made of hawk's feathers. So go ahead and write hawk's feathers. The third object is the lampshade in the tinker's bedroom. The clue given is what this book is made of. So the answer is definitely paper. If you remember, we read that there was a paper lampshade in the tinker's bedroom. The fourth object is the tight rope. And the clue we have got is hay. Hay means rice straw. So that is the answer, rice straw. The fifth object is the priest's tea stirrer. Here we have got the clue as the tallest grass. And the answer is bamboo. If you remember, we read that the priest used a bamboo tea stirrer. So go ahead and write bamboo. The sixth one is the tea kettle. The hint given is sounds like grass, and the answer is brass. So write brass with the help of your pencil. The last one is the tea caddy. The clue given is a grey metal. If you remember, we read that it was a pewter tea caddy. So go ahead and write pewter. So the first answer, children, is wood, that is WOOD. The second answer is hawk's feathers, HAWK''S, and feathers, FEATHERS. The third answer is paper, that is PAPER. The fourth answer is rice straw, that is RICESTRAW. The fifth answer is bamboo, that is BAMBOO. The sixth answer is brass, BRASS. And the seventh answer is pewter. Pewter. Go ahead and write these answers. You can pause the video here and copy the answers. Make sure that you write neatly and copy the correct spellings. You have to write these answers just after the object is mentioned and before the clues, the way I have written in this slide. Now children, let us see exercise A3. Exercise A3 is answer these questions, and this is to be done in your CW. Remember, the two exercises that we did before this, that is A1 and A2, are to be done in the book itself on page number 85. Exercise A3 is to be done in your CW the way you have done for the previous chapters. You are going to write the heading as the wonderful tea kettle. Then in the very first line you will write A3 in the margin and write answer these questions as the heading. Then leave a line, copy the question, leave a line, copy the answer. Same way, leave a line, copy question number 2, then again leave a line, copy answer number 2. Similarly, go on for all the 6 question and answers. Remember, we are cancelling question number 7 in this exercise. We are only going to do 6 question and answers. So let us see the first one. The first one is, what qualities of the priest make us call him an honest priest? Go ahead and copy this in your CW, then leave a line and write the answer. Let us see the answer now. The answer is the fact that the priest did all his work himself and lived frugally make us call him an honest priest. Please copy down this answer after leaving a line. And after you finish this answer, again leave a line to copy question number 2. So let us go ahead and see question number 2. Let us see question number 2. Question number 2 is, what happened when the priest began to make tea in his new kettle? Now copy this question and then leave a line. And then copy the answer. The answer for this question is, when the priest began to make tea in his new kettle, it turned into a strange thing, half kettle and half badger. Now students, go ahead and copy this answer. And after you copy this answer, do not forget to leave a line. Make sure that your work is neat and tidy. Let us see question number 3 now. Question number 3 is, how did the priest's pupils try to kill the badger? Children, write down this question and leave a line. And then write down the answer. The answer is, the priest's pupils caught the badger and squeezed it into a kedge used to store pickle and fastened the lid with a heavy stone. They hoped that the strong odor of the radish pickle would kill the badger. After you write down this answer, leave a line and let us proceed to question number 4. Question number 4 is, what arrangements were made in the theatre for the badger show? Write down this question and leave a line, and then write down the answer. The answer is, the theatre was built by a professional showman. An artist painted the scenery of the sacred mountain Fujiyama in the background, and cranes flying through the air. A crimson sun shining through the bamboo. A red moon rising over the waves with golden clouds and tortoises. A tight rope of rice straw was stretched across the stage. Go ahead and copy this answer and leave a line. Number 5 is describe the badger's performance. You can write this down and leave a line and then write down the answer. The answer is when the tinker waved his fan, the badger ran around on 4 legs as half kettle and half badger, clanking its lid and wagging its tail. Next, it turned into a badger, swelled out its body and beat a tune on it like a drum. The badger then danced on a tight rope and walked the slack rope, holding an umbrella or a fan in its paws. It stood on its head and finally turned into a kettle when its master flourished his fan. Now children, I know that number 4 and number 5 are a little long, but you do not need to panic because you will be asked only part of the question. You will never be asked to write down the whole answer. So go ahead and write down this answer in your book. The next one is question number 6. Number 6 is, why did the tinker return the kettle to the priest? Write this question, then leave a line, and then write down the answer. The answer is, the tinker exhibited the kettle badger for many years and became very rich. Then he retired from his business, and to show his gratitude to the priest, he returned the kettle to him. Children, make sure that you write neatly and copy the correct spellings. And do not forget to leave a line after every question and after every answer. Children, with this we come to the end of today's learning video. I want you to watch the video very carefully and if possible twice so that you can write down the answers of all the questions and the exercises correctly in your book. Thank you very much for watching today's learning video. I want you to stay home and stay safe with your family and keep learning. This is me, your English teacher, Miss Rachna Chandarana, signing off for today. I will catch you again very soon in the live class. Do not forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel on YouTube. I'll see you again very soon. Till then, take care of yourself. Bye-bye.